Still working on some stuff. Welcome back to the Scattered Sea Adventure. Swiffer, go ahead and give me a sound check that everything is totally fine. The music might be a little high. I'm gonna be silent so you can hear.
Okay. Everyone needs to start talking.
Hello.
How are we doing today? Ooh, I like the trees you drew.
Thank you.
Those are very
I
nice.
just hand drew them.
Yeah, no, I could tell.
Yeah, for sure.
I also can tell.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys like it. You guys are fighting
And
it.
drew them.
Okay. All right. Okay, we're all having a little too much fun. Here's our friendly turtle that you guys have fought. That is, I don't know if you guys remember, that is the current situation.
Yep.
MC,
This is named Pile.
you likely don't recall because I don't think you were here. But Sarah's about to catch us all up. Go ahead, Sarah. Here comes Sarah, catching us up. Oh, she fell asleep. Oh,
so I know we were fighting, and I woke up and like we were not fighting, and
jeez.
we were separated. It was a whole thing and a half.
I'm embarrassed. Who's on top of the turtle? Real quick before we tell them what happened. It's Nomad and Angus.
Is it
yes.
Angus or is it?
Yeah.
Aldar never made it, right? He's like just chilling.
Aldar is
nearby.
watching,
He's
but he
nearby.
is on standby.
Yeah.
So Swiffer, go ahead and catch us all up, including the people who weren't here.
We healed the people in the pondal. We cross a bridge and I almost die 3 times.
Yes,
Get to a
that's
clearing with a giant snapping turtle and are fighting him.
Oh shit, that was fast.
Him, her, or they, them, depending on.
I guess you did miss an hour of MC and Nomad wrestling on top of the pondal.
Yep.
Dear.
That's true.
Yeah, that did happen.
That was a lot
That's
of
more
fun.
accurate.
But yeah, you guys are in the Dark Forest, and I believe Red River has used his powers of Trident of Wisdom to speak to this turtle, where I believe he rolled a 2 or something and offended him, and a battle has ensued. Angus and Nomad, you guys are on fire on the back of this turtle because Nomad threw a fire flower onto the ground. This turtle has cast, well, you don't know what's happening, but a dark cloud of like misty horribleness has enshrouded all of you, and I believe that's the last thing to happen. It's this mauve purple circle I've drawn here. I do not remember the combat order, so I will make it up now.
What?
Or we will roll again. We're coming in little.
No. Oh my god. Hold on.
Okay.
Just go to your last session board. You usually write it on the board.
You guys are coming at me hard.
Marching order. Oh wait, no, that's the marching order.
Initiative.
Oh no, there it is.
Everybody be cool. I wasn't gonna do that.
You're not being
obviously.
cool.
Obviously, that wasn't gonna happen, guys. Yeah. I plan all these sessions extremely well. Amaya, we're gonna. Oh yeah, the turtle caused the dark cloud. We're at the top of the order. Amaya, I haven't drawn you in yet. What color? Oh no, I'll just use your portrait. I should do that forever. Oops.
Am I dumb or is turtle misspelled?
You are not dumb. A turtle is a turtle in D&D.
Oh, okay.
That was
Orlini.
fully intentional.
I was just confused. I apologize.
Yeah. Can I say something? Thank you for apologizing because you were in the wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I acknowledge that.
Hey,
Moving on.
Maya, it is your turn. Just let everyone know real quick before we get started here. I got a score of genius in the New York Times spelling bee, and Sarah only got a nice. Just want to let you guys know that. And Amaya, you're up first. You've just seen a dark cloud enshroud your friends and this turtle.
It was actually good.
Oh, good.
And not nice, but thanks.
No
Thanks
problem.
for thinking that it was nice. How far away am I from the turtle? Am I in water or what? What is my where am I? Can you just let me know, please?
Yeah, sure. So I've drawn on our thing, Sarah, but basically for syntax,
Are we back on the whiteboard?
we are back on the whiteboard. Let's say that circle is 30 feet and you're another 20 feet. You guys weren't far.
So the
20
snapping
feet in front of
turtle-
you is a large dark cloud where you know a snapping turtle, Angus, and Nomad are.
Okay.
And you all saw a little bit of smoke pop out the top of it.
Out of the turtle.
Out of the turtle.
Okay.
This cloud it's very dark. You can't see through it. But it is not magical darkness, if that makes sense. But that's all I can tell you for now.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I hate that color. I'm picking a new color. Let's do like this. Yeah. More sinister purple. Sarah's just gonna reread all her spells real quick.
I'm going to move in just between those two big trees inside of the circle.
All right, you're gonna get in there. It's gonna get dark. You're gonna get messy. You're walking into this darkness.
Yeah.
Okay. Need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution 18.
Oh, you're totally fine. You can't see, but like little spores are like all around you. But yeah, you are in the circle, but not far in. Like you know the direct. You have a good whereabouts of your situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Remind me again on concentration. If I have two spells that use concentration, I can't do it.
The
one of them
previous
loses
one
its stay.
automatically ends. Yeah.
Okay, so if it was good for up to 10 minutes, then it doesn't matter. It just ends because I'm using something else with concentration, correct?
Correctamundo. What are you concentrating on right now?
Thinking about doing warding wind.
Ooh. I don't even know what that is. Sounds cool though.
It's a strong wind up to 20 miles an hour that blows around me in a 10-foot radius, and it moves with me. It's centered on me.
Oh, that's cool as hell.
It lasts for 10 minutes. It's, yeah, casting time is 1 action. It deafens me and other creatures, it extinguishes flames, it hedges out vapor, gas, and fog that can be dispersed by strong wind. The area is difficult terrain for other creatures, and attack rolls of ranged weapons have a disadvantage if they pass in or out of the wind.
So you create like a mini little like tornado around you.
10 feet.
That's
yep,
cool.
10 feet around. That'll be my turn.
You whisper an incantation in fantasy Latin, and wind starts to swirl around you like you're a superhero with their cape in the wind, and it's beautiful. And all of a sudden, a deafening sound erupts from all directions, and you cut a significant chunk of this cloud of like you disperse these spores. You can't quite see your friends on top of the turtle, but everyone in like any radius can hear what's happening. If it's deafening you, then it's extremely loud. You guys are seeing sticks, mud, and detritus being thrown in all directions. In my head, Amaya's floating slightly and looks like, you know, she's reached the avatar state or something. It's very cool and very fantasy. It is Nomad's turn. Nomad, you are on top of a turtle. It does not want you there. And it is on fire, as are you and your everything. What would you like to do?
So, like, actively on fire, or is the fire all around us? Like, would the turtle's back light on fire, or is it just like a ring of
Oh
fire?
no, that's a fair point. This fire kind of erupted, and because of the marshy environment, nothing's on fire now. You are recently warm though. You also hear a
Okay.
deafening wind sound near you, like 10 feet away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chalk that up to the tinnitus.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not really worried about the wind.
classic. You maybe
Hit the
have
head-
to sort of
hit the-
take a look at that later.
Yeah, hit the head a few too many times. I'm not really worried about the wind.
Yeah,
Um,
you can hear that all the time, canonically.
exactly. So this turtle is angry, right? It doesn't like it.
Yeah, you don't even have to roll an insight check to learn that yes, you've just burned this turtle and insulted it and jumped on top of it. It is quite displeased.
All right. Well, I think we'll go for more displeasement, and we'll go for a quarterstaff whack
Just
to the
gonna
turtle.
just bonk it.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll those bones.
Maybe get it a little tinnitus. You never know.
You never know.
11.
Your quarterstaff bonks against his shell with like a loud thud. You're unsure if he took damage. Go ahead and roll damage.
Let's see. That will be 9 damage.
He's gonna take half that, so he's gonna take 5.
Okay. Like that. And then I'm just gonna like stomp him, like a heel stomp.
Oh, shit.
Just let him know I'm still there.
Okay. If you're unsure if he knew you were there, this will convince him.
Yeah, that's gonna be an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits. I mean, he's right there.
That's gonna be 6 damage.
Yeah, you bring your. Do you have clogs on? Did we decide that?
Yeah, I've got my clogs. I unfortunately brought my nice clothes into the jungle.
Yeah,
I was prepping for the wedding and
you were
ended
excited.
up in the jungle. Yeah.
You clog down on this fella hard. You do 3 damage as a piece of its chitinous dark green shell kind of flops off. It's covered in like algae. It's a little sticky,
Mhm.
and it's a stinky, muddy turtle.
All right. I know my turn's over, but maybe I would like to pick up that little piece if possible. If not, I'll start my next turn like that.
You're not sure where that piece went. You're gonna need some help. But it is now everyone's favorite Angus's turn. Angus, your associate,
Oh, yeah.
you can probably hear both that wind sound as well as him striking this beautiful, beautiful turtle. What would you like to do?
Beautiful turtle has harmed me.
Yes, I believe the beautiful turtle. Yeah, that you are in open combat with this turtle.
Yeah. How far would it be for me to exit this?
So this is a 30-foot emanation from the turtle. So 15 feet in any direction gets you out of this black business. Oh, damn it.
Roger.
Retcon. Nomad, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Con saving. 17.
After the turn?
You're totally fine. Sorry, this is lazy GM, and I apologize. Go ahead, Nomad. I mean Angus.
I'm gonna use my cunning action to disengage, and then I'm gonna use my movement to get on the east side of the circle there.
Yeah, this is like difficult, muddy terrain. But you're able to hop over. This thing's on top of everything. Is it not? Oh, now it's on the bottom of everything. You're able to maneuver yourself over there, with your cunning action. You probably don't see the rest of the group because they're in the opposite side of this cloud, but you do have a general idea of where the tortoise is.
Yeah, so
I know
would
tortoise
I
and
be
turtle
able
are
to-
different things. That's my mistake.
would I be able to use my action to cast Toll of the Dead on the turtle, or can I not see it, so I can't?
What does the
Cast it.
spell say? Because if you get to roll on it, I'd
Because I can
say.
point at a creature.
I mean, yeah, that's where he's. Like, you just ran away from him and pointed back. Like, you would know where he's at. I'd probably give you disadvantage on it, but like, I feel like you could try.
No, I mean, it says you point at one creature you can see within range. So I mean, like, would you think?
Oh, you can
I
see.
yeah, so I
Yeah,
can't really
maybe not.
see that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should have figured.
You could throw a knife in there. You could throw a bomb in there.
What I could do, could I just like ready an action, see if like
Yeah, totally.
if like the turtle moves towards me, then I can.
If this turret steps, you can fucking Leonardo da Vinci this mother hecker.
Yeah.
Now it is of course Jasora's turn. Jasora, your boyfriend is nowhere to be found. Your best friend on the ship is like surrounded by a nimbus of wind. The trees are whipping back and forth. They're neighing as well. What would you like to do?
I'm also gonna create some wind. And
I know you guys were like wind mages. Go ahead.
I'm gonna cast a gust of wind.
Tell me about gust of wind.
Line of strong wind, 60 feet long, 10 feet wide, a blast from me in a direction I choose for the duration. It's a
Fuck yeah.
concentration up to a minute.
Oh, so this is like you're like a huge fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Creature in my line of sight or in the line must succeed in a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from me.
Oh shit. Okay. You do this? What do you whisper to make this beautiful wind happen?
I just make little shoo 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 noises.
You shoo away, and it grabs what is left of this clown as like wind like separates from the air around you and pulses out of your hands. Is like not even enough to obscure your vision. As you and Sarah have become wind gods in this dark forest, the turtle and Angus will make a strength saving throw now. I'm not Angus, excuse me, Nomad.
Nomad.
Strength saving? Oh, it might be cool.
I don't know what you have to be.
Doesn't hurt you. I just
you
get pushed a
you
little
just take
bit.
a tumble.
Got a 7.
Yeah, you'll move.
I got a
15 feet.
natural 1.
Crazy.
This turtle is, while enormous, the wind you're pushing gets like under its carapace, and it like topples several times over and hits a tree nearby. It takes very little damage, but it is startled, and its head and its like feet all go inside of it. Nomad, you hilariously fall face first into the mud. But you take no damage except maybe,
Except the
emotion.
pride, obviously.
Yeah, the pride is significantly damaged. Jasora, you are still a wind tunnel of power. Do you want to move closer?
No.
Or are you cool?
I'll stay where I'm at.
This is pretty cool. You are basically standing there going Super Saiyan with Amaya. You guys are pretty good at air for people who do not live in the air. It is, of course, Aldar's turn. You have seen your associates go Super Saiyan. What would you like to do? Aldar's humping for a pumping here. Well, Terry, pull that. Yeah, that sucked. I didn't like saying it. It felt bad.
Take the whole thing off. Yeah.
It felt bad. As soon as I said it, I knew I had made a mistake. Did MC go to get his kid?
Probably.
Who will take up the banner?
Oh, jeez.
It's always Swiffer.
He'll start to rage and he'll have his mace ready and ready in action. Or what the turtle decides to do.
Okay. That feels good to me. Red River, it is your turn. You have just seen this turtle tossed. What would you like to do? And let's just canonically say it was like 30 feet from you, so now it's 40-ish.
Yeah. Okay.
And you still have the ability to talk to it, I believe, for 10 minutes.
I said, we mean you're no harm. What's going on?
What does anyone remember what his voice sounded like? It's probably Southern, if I know myself. What? Yeah. A little face like pokes out of the biggest hole in this shell, and he says, well, your friend didn't get the memo. I'm missing a piece of my beautiful, beautiful shell. I can't find it out here.
What do you mean, piece of your shell?
Earlier, Nomad attacked him and broke off a piece of his shell.
Oh, clearly, it's just a miscommunication. Can you, will you chill if we don't attack you and everybody backs away so you can find your piece of shell?
Everybody freezes. Amaya is going Super Saiyan. Jasora is shooting air like a weird air cannon. Make me a persuasion check. I think it's gonna be with disadvantage.
Okay.
Your friends are not backing up the peaceful intentions that you have espoused.
Yeah. Persuasion.
That being said, the check's not super.
15.
Okay, roll it one more time.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Let's see if we can do
Disadvantage.
worse than that. Because what I'd like to do is a 1
Would-
here.
We're going for is what you want a 1?
Well, that's always what I want from you guys. Is a 1.
Unfortunately, it's a 23.
Whoa!
Not 20, son.
He says, I'm the toughest turtle around here, but obviously you fellas are on something different. Yeah, I won't release anymore if you just stop taking my fruits off my back and let me find my shell. You guys are out of combat for the moment. Red River has de-escalated. You hear Red River making a like, what would a turtle sound? That's what
I think
everyone else is. Yeah.
Like a mouthless cat, a gape. Yeah, he's just moving his mouth. Not
Yeah.
really saying anything.
Yeah, but somehow it does project. And you guys are theoretically out of combat as this turtle slowly extends his legs out of his shell and starts like moving around the area.
I'll break my concentration.
The torrent of wind stopped. Amaya goes
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
Saiyan even further. Amaya, does it say that only people inside the emanation are deafened? I should read that. Because it wouldn't make
I
sense
believe
for
so, yeah.
everyone else. Yeah, like everyone else would be fine.
It's only for the people that
Yeah.
are inside of the cone, and
Okay.
yeah, I'll I see that Jasora has no longer done her little fun fan, and that the turtle looks to be less aggressive. So I'll stop my warding wind.
You guys power down, and like a silence falls over this forest around you. And just to repaint this word picture here, it is very dark here. You can still see, but it is like an eternal twilight in the current situation you're in. The ground is muddy. There's a smell in the air. It's not great. The trees around Amaya have been particularly like all the branches ripped off. But otherwise, the forest is relatively quiet, except for this turtle slowly moving around the mud looking for his shell. Yeah. What do you guys want to do? You're in a dark.
Guys, should we move past these fellas over here?
Yeah.
I know what
let's do it.
Aldar would say if he was here. He'd say that's good eating, but
Yeah. We rose those where I come from.
in fantasy Australia. Yeah, you guys have survived the encounter with the beautiful, beautiful turtle without bloodshed, which might be the first time you guys have ever done that.
It's not our specialty.
No, you guys are gifted in other ways. If you are going to traverse the forest, I think you guys did a long rest last episode. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we took a little napster.
Okay, we're on day 2. I want to say it's around like midnight again, because you guys started at night. Your body knows that,
Sounds
but
good.
it's looked like midnight this entire time. And I need whoever is leading the group to make a survival check, please, as we lead further into the brush.
So we're just gonna leave this turtle guy?
Hey, up
Not
to you
like- Okay. Alright, that works.
guys. Reluctance. We can stay and talk to the turtle if you guys want. JP's still got turtle talking for 10 minutes.
See, because you guys wanted to leave so soon, I had to roll us a nice 4 on our survival check, so now we're cooked.
You guys step away from the turtle with a feeling of unease. Go ahead and roll me a d12, please.
All of us?
Well, anyway,
Amen.
I just need one d12.
Ah, I rolled a 3. Sorry, I thought you still wanted me to do it.
No, that's perfect. That is outstanding. Yeah. Let's see here, just gotta read real quick. Yeah, you guys walk for a couple hours, in the direction that you believe is north. I think that's what you guys' plan was. And the path before you is lined with lush thickets that continue to get thicker and thicker. You find yourself macheting through more like vine and like dense brush and like actual bushes of thickets and thorns. And make me a nature check. Anyone at the front here, starting with Nomad, I guess. The bushes are changing. They're getting more dense and harder to get through.
It's gonna be a nice 2.
They seem fine. They're just really thick.
Yeah,
So it just takes more effort to cut through them.
makes sense. Makes sense.
You cut through
But in the same time, all the
Yeah.
spite from leaving that turtle behind, you know, it feels the same. It feels the same, Drew.
Yeah, as you cut through these things, let's see here. Oh,
Haven't even
excellent.
noticed the difference.
Excellent. Yeah, it looks totally fine. You nick your arm just a little bit, and you make a Constitution saving throw.
Is it poisonous? Because I have poison resistance.
Yes. So yeah, you're gonna take half damage if there's damage.
12.
No, you feel totally fine. Although like a drop of like purpley business is left on your skin where it poked you.
All right, I'm gonna get the vial. Angus, vial me. Collecting this shit.
It's
Just gonna
vile
throw
old
one
claw.
over.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta look through the thousands of different like amounts. Like, oh yeah, you can have the 50cc. Here you go, buddy. With a
Great.
2 nature check, you're not even sure how you would go about getting that poison, but you do have a vial now.
Okay. Let's start.
Okay, make me a sleight of hand check. And tell me what you're doing.
No, I mean it's just like a little drop, you know. So a drop on the surface, just kind of
Oh, I see.
touch it
Okay.
to the lips of the vial.
I
and,
thought you were trying
know,
to
collect a
milk
little
this thing off the plant.
bit. Oh no.
Okay.
That's a terrible idea, Drew. Why would I do something so silly?
No, you would never do that. Yeah, you get yourself a drop of delicious purple business. But these dense brushes are all before you.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just gonna keep strolling, right? Like I'm not really too worried, unless anybody else is too worried. I'll throw up the hand signal and see if anybody else is worried. If not, we're gonna keep cruising.
I might be a little worried.
I would like to indicate worry. What do I roll?
Angus, throw the hand signal up, buddy.
I'm throwing the hand
We'll see.
signal up. Throwing the hand signal up of worry.
Is it the huddle up? The huddle hand signal?
I'm just gonna request like if anybody has a spell slot for like a heal or something, definitely use it.
Oh yeah, I forgot you got hurt.
Yeah, it's the first time I've taken damage in a long time.
You guys look at Angus and like the ends of his clothes are singed with like what looks like flame, and he's like caked in sticky mud.
Is he standing further behind than he normally does? Because he's normally sneaky.
Yeah,
sneaky.
you guys couldn't see him, but I guess he makes himself known.
He makes himself known.
Or
I
I
think
don't
we
want to
should
speak
have-
for you. Do you just surprise them and appear next to them?
Yeah, I just kind of like tap him on the shoulder, like I'm here.
And I'm dying.
Please help.
We're oddly aware of him.
Yes.
Don't we have an additional potion swimming around somewhere?
I mean, I could do a cure wounds, but I guess my cure wounds is not very strong.
I just want to save the potions for like if like somebody goes down in
Emergencies.
combat or something.
Do you want to take a short rest?
I mean, short rest would work. I can
So-
roll the dice to heal.
Sarah, say, can you in character say, does baby need a nap? Please.
Oh.
For me?
Does baby need a nap?
That's really good. Thank you.
Yeah. I think
Short
so.
short rest will take an hour of time, and then anyone who wants to can roll hit dice to get some health back.
Do we have that kind of time though? I don't know. That kind of worries me a little bit.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair point.
Angus says with tears streaming down his face.
Here, I'll cast cure wounds at level 1. Let me cast. Okay, I'm rolling. Jesus Christ. Here, you get healed 8.
A bluish green innervating magic comes out of her Australian merfolk fingers, and the burns on your calves and legs begin to heal themselves and scab over.
Yay. Thank you.
Yeah. Alright, let's get moving, team.
Keep moving.
All right, so as you guys make your way through this dense brush here, it is slowing you down significantly, just for nomad cutting through it. And I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Is that me included?
Yes,
Drew?
if you're going to continue, yes.
Okay. It's gonna be a 5.
Excellent.
10.
Excellent.
Not 24 or 21.
Amaya
That
becomes
was
a
fixed.
stay-in. Ooh, good. I need to keep track of everyone who gets a 10 or lower, okay?
That isn't.
I
You're
can't.
right.
I don't know what Aldar's
Oh,
plus
I got it.
is for.
It is +3. I actually have it on my side. I was prepared this time. Whoa! You rolled
16.
20.
Oh, you rolled it. Okay.
Unless yours is lower, we'll take yours.
No.
Um,
It's...
Raise your hand if you rolled a 10 or lower.
Alright,
Me.
Sure, my hand is raised.
Excellent. You're each going to take 3 poison damage,
Jesus Christ.
and you have the poison condition. Somebody asked me what the poison condition is. It's awesome.
what is the poison condition?
Thank you for asking. The poison condition, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks while poisoned.
Does this count if I have resistance?
Yes, but you only take half
And how
the
much-
damage, rounded down, so you only take 1 damage.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah,
But
you're
I'm
feeling.
still useless.
You've never been happier to be a dwarf than you are at this moment. A couple hours pass. Red River and Amaya, you guys are unaffected. Like, you're feeling these thorns, but nothing more than like a dense thicket back home. You're not worried about it, and it doesn't seem to affect you that much at all. You get like cosmetic scratches around your arms. All of you do, and if you guys didn't smell, like Angus seems to have rolled to attack someone.
That was my bad. I was just...
Angus stabbed Red River in the face for 20
Oops.
damage. Yeah, it's a boo-boo. As you guys make your way over the next hour cutting through this dense thicket, it slows you down, but Nomad is fights with intensity with double machetes in front of him. And you guys are able to make significant headway into the center of the forest. It's probably 4 a.m. now. You guys are on a weird clock, so you're not that tired. You guys are adventurers. You're not fucking around. And it's survival check time. These bushes ain't got nothing. King Kong ain't got nothing on Nomad.
Oh yeah.
This is with disadvantage, right?
Yes, because you are poisoned. Thank you.
Oh yeah,
Some,
I like that.
some of us aren't, right? So
Yeah,
you're not-
Red. Yeah. So if you guys want to switch leaders, that person can roll a survival instead. By the
Yeah.
way, nope, not Amaya. Nomad, Jasora, you guys feel kind of shitty. You've got a little darkness under your eyes, maybe a green pallor on your face. Like, you don't look so good. And
My
that's
tummy hurts.
yeah, you've got some tummy troubles. You've had to go behind some trees. So it is obvious to at least you that you are not feeling your best.
I noted that
Angus
Nomad wasn't.
too?
And Angus. Sorry, thank you. I didn't want to leave Angus out.
Yeah,
Guys.
I noticed that they weren't feeling so hot, so I took the lead. My survival check was 16.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's my boy right there. That's my boy Red River.
Boy, blue.
And Red River burns his good rolls by seeing into the future and the past. No, you guys, you give Nomad a break. He's been working hard for like 2 straight days.
Yeah, it's time.
And you're chopping through this brush. Maybe give him a little tap on the bottom, like he's a player in the NFL. And through this lush jungle, what looks like a path starts opening in front of you. And a little bit further on is a clearing. It's about 60 feet in diameter. It's a large oval. And I'm going to draw it so that you know what we're dealing with here.
Does it feel like we're finally catching a break?
You guys feel like you're maybe finally catching a break. There is something strange about this clearing, though.
The band's finally catching the break.
What's strange about this clearing, he reads his notes and draws little trees. I'm just going to read straight from the thing. At the far end of this clearing is a modest stone house with a sturdy wooden door. The back half of the house is like covered in denser trees and foliage than you've seen before. And the front of the house is pristine. Just next to the house's entrance lies what's left of a garden overgrown with weeds. That's it. What would you like to do? Let me put my house in here. Oh, it's perfect. So, just so, like, what I'm saying is clear, you can see, like, the front half of this house. The back half is, like, covered with super dense, like, forest jungle. And right in front of the house, just with my rough sketch drawing abilities here, let's make a little garden. But it's obviously in disrepair. Like, whatever was going on with this garden, like, hasn't been tended in some time. I haven't drawn them yet, but there are also trees to your left and right. I'm just trying to make it.
Got it.
You know what I mean? Just trying to make it pretty.
I'm gonna do an overall just investigation check, just to what kind of vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
And I roll a 16.
What are you looking at specifically?
I'm looking.
Vibe check would be more
I'm
of like a
looking-
perception check.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for like. I noticed that the garden is untended, but I'm looking for signs of recent life. Was there a fire started? You know, does this look like it's been abandoned for a hot minute, or is there some semblance of life passing through here?
What did you roll?
16.
You-
Investigation.
You don't see any tracks or anything that would like normally, and like in looking at the door, like there's something in front of it. Like there's like detritus at the foot of the door that anyone who would have opened that door would have moved aside. So you know it's been some time since like anyone's come through here. And with a 16, this garden is overgrown in a way that like we're not talking months, we're talking years.
Yeah. I'm gonna look. We're looking for this fella, so I'm not trying to
Yes.
side quest too much, but I am going to look inside of this window.
Oh shit. There's canonically not a window there. Bad picture.
Okay.
There's a window there, but it's boarded up with stone.
Boarded up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're.
Yeah.
I mean, we
I put
can
my
make
hand
it
on
a
the
window.
Yeah.
We can make a window. Like, I don't see
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Should be that hard.
A little bit of ka-chow, you know.
I put my hand on the ground and go for a little tremor sense just to see if there's.
Ooh. You don't have to roll. Are you trying to sense like if there's any movement inside?
Yeah.
You put your hand gently on the ground, and you feel Mother Earth's pulse, but nothing else.
So I know, but nothing else. I still do that, and I just instruct the team via hand signals to just fan out a little bit, just making some sound on the sides to see if somebody's gonna react. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
If there's a stinker
Does
in
that
there,
cha-
you want to draw them out and fuck them up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Does it change? Does it change the tremor sense that I'm feeling through my fingertips?
There is no reaction.
All right. I attempt to open the door by jiggling the handle and pushing, I suppose.
The door does not
Is this a
Wow.
pull door?
open. Classic puller push door. The door does not open. But as you approach it, you see a lock with a slot for a key.
Does anybody have a key? Do we want to try?
Oh, I have a key. I have, I think 3 keys now, don't I, Drew?
Yeah, you've been collecting keys. Also, just a reminder, JP, you did get a key from your reflection in the pondal.
That's right. From my yes.
Nomad, do you
I'll
try
let
your
Nomad
keys?
go with yeah. I'll let Nomad go first.
All right, go. You start putting your keys in. One of them, it doesn't fit at all. Like, it doesn't. It's not even the same type of lock. The other 2 you enter, and how hard do you turn them?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. I guess how hard is based on how well it slides in, right? Is it too loose? Is it a nice, like a nice key
It
in the
is
correct keyhole kind
It
of
is.
fit?
It is a snug fit.
Oh, snug.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the group, and be like, ooh, this one felt right, and we're gonna give it. Let's call it like 10% torque.
Okay.
Like just like a little bit more than what should need be.
You
Maybe
all
a little
die.
wiggle.
No, nothing happens. It does not turn.
All right, I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna give it a good lick to make
Okay.
sure it's not like dirty or nothing.
It
and then we're
is
gonna go for it
dirty.
again.
Okay.
It is dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely dirt. And we'll try it again.
Okay. It doesn't work.
God, that's disappointing, Drew.
I'm sorry. Feel like I've let you
I,
personally down.
Yeah, I'd try the key I had in my pocket.
The key you received from Aldar, another Aldar. Nope, another Red River.
Another red river.
It easily unlocks the door.
I open it and say, "Hey, is anybody in here?"
The door opens with a. I'm getting good at
Oh.
this. And no one answers the call that you make. You place a collect call, and there is no answer.
All right. I said, "We're coming in. Please don't attack us." And I step through the threshold very carefully.
Yeah, you do that, and I describe some things while also trying to draw them.
Red River, do you put the key back in your pocket?
Yes, always.
All right, out of jealousy, I would like to try to pickpocket Red River. for
Okay,
his
go
key
ahead and
back.
roll a sleight of hand check.
Oh wait, that's no disadvantage.
Yes.
Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, that's so depressing. Wow, that's a 4 and a natural 20 for an 8.
Yeah. Red River, what's your passive perception? I'm gonna guess it's over an 8.
Yeah, it's over an 8.
Yeah, you feel little small dwarven hands rummaging through your pocket.
I know this. I've seen the shenanigans from nomad before.
Yeah.
So I just swat the hand
Yeah.
and I stick my own hand inside of the pocket and give him the key.
The easiest way to handle this is just to give it to him.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the key guy. I'm not the key guy. You know. We're
Yeah.
just- Okay. Hey man, can you hold this key for me?
I would be honored to.
There you go.
You enter this room that I will now describe to you. The door is made of unblemished dark wood. Well, we already know about that. Inside, a small foyer opens up to a simple woodland cottage. The wall and flooring are made up of old but high-quality wood that has begun to split at its ends. Dust
Are we
is
thinking mahogany?
it could you touch it and you think this could be some kind of mahogany.
Yeah,
Dust
I
has
can see
accumulated on every surface, and small green vines have grown to fill the holes in the aging wood. Wooden furniture and odds and ends adorn a large living space with a small chimney. We're gonna say this is living space. This is chimney. Sorry, I just want to try to draw this stuff as we're saying it. There's a shitty table. That's rude. There's an old wooden table with
Yeah, that could be somebody's like grandma's heirloom right there.
Yeah, that could be an heirloom table. Inside the base of the chimney is a large lidded cooking pot. So we'll just draw a little cauldron there. Man, I'm kicking ass with these drawings.
Dude, you're killing it today.
Thank you. There's a small table, a rocking chair, and a tall closed armoire. I'm trying to use different colors so that when you guys ask me what things are, I can try to remember. This is a rocking chair, obviously. Put little skids on it. And then there's a large armoire. It's pink wood. And it's got little golden little handles. And the walls around the fireplace are adorned with various rusted cooking utensils, still hanging from angled nails. That is what you see in this space. Oh shit. And you also see, last thing, another door. The parallel lines are supposed to be a door. I'm gifted in other ways.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna assume canonically everyone is in this space now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys wouldn't just let him go in there solo.
I said I give the signal to just kind of investigate a little bit, see what we can find. Be
Is
careful.
there any soup in the pot?
You go straight to the pot because you know what's good about old cabins is sometimes they have good soup. Unfortunately, you look inside this pot and there is no soup.
Damn.
There seems to be some sort of very dense, dried former liquid in this bowl, but it has a pretty malignant smell.
I'm gonna inform the crew. I don't think there's anything for us here. Probably keep going.
I asked somebody to look at the other door. Carefully.
Aldar will walk over to it.
Aldar does. He looks at this door, and it is door shaped. Can confirm.
He's gonna immediately try to open it.
He opens it and dies. No, he opens this door, and I have to describe this room. There's a long wooden table. These chairs are a bit more ornate. You conclude that this is possibly a quote-unquote dining room. There is a window on the far side that is fully overgrown. Branches and leaves and bullshit have begun invading the house. As a matter of fact, much of this house is overgrown in what cracks do exist. That is from a cursory glance. That's all you see in this room.
That is what Aldar reports back to the captain. Just what he sees. He will
Cool.
step into the room.
Yeah, can Aller do a investigative check in there?
Hell yeah, he can. I think I have to. He is a +0 in investigation, but rolls a natural 20. That makes up for almost killing Amaya with, I think, a natural 1 last time. I'm just gonna tell you everything about this space. As soon as I find it here. Sorry, guys, 1 second. I wasn't expecting to have to read everything in here.
Understood, Commander.
There's dust on these tables and chairs, just like every other space. However, on the ceiling there is a frame, what looks like a picture frame, and it's embossed in a sort of like silvery pearl. It is perfectly like the size of the chair. Not the chair, I'm sorry. The size of the long table, but it's on the ceiling.
Aldar.
Hold on. Describe that one more time. Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. It's hard to So the table is like, let's say 8 feet long and like 4 feet wide.
Yep.
There is above it, directly above it, on the ceiling of this room, a frame of that size, but it is empty inside. So imagine a picture frame, but with nothing in it.
Got it. Right on top of the table.
Yes, right above the table.
I wanted to have Aldar just walk and look up at the frame.
Yeah. He looks up at the frame, and with I'll let his 20 ride. It is just stone ceiling above it. Like, there doesn't seem to be anything of note right now inside the frame. He does notice also something that Drew forgot to tell you guys. There is another fireplace in here. This one does not have like a stove or anything. It has charcoal and it's overgrown with bullshit.
Okay. He reports back on all that.
Are there any chimneys, Drew?
Yes, but you do not have access to them. Like, leaves and bullshit have started growing down the chimneys. Like, Nomad, you probably peek under it to like look up, and like immediately there's like brambles and shit.
So it's not worth doing like an investigation check on this chimney.
Yeah, you don't think you'll learn anything else about it.
All right, that's fair.
You do make a note that it's weird that this place has 2 chimneys, and Drew should have maybe thought of that, but you know what? It is what it is.
Maybe they spend equal amount of time on both rooms.
Yeah. It's possible. They just love this shit.
Yeah.
Maybe it was an addition, and they were like, you know what we could use? Another chimney.
Another, yeah.
You know what this place
You know what I
needs?
love building and relaxes me? Chimneys.
Chimneys. Love this shit. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense.
Yeah.
Everyone likes a good chimney. Are there any like cabinets or cupboards or
There is
dressers we can
the
start slinging open?
the armoire has like 2 large doors, large wooden doors. I don't know if you guys know what an armoire is. I'm not trying to be a jerk. It's like a big thing that people usually put like china in, but it is closed.
Yeah.
That is the only like thing with that might have other things.
Is it glass? Like,
No,
is a nice
it is
glass on there? It's
Fully
straight
wood. All wood, baby.
All right. I like it. So the whole house is flammable. Noted.
Correct, Amundo. This place is gonna go up at any moment.
Gotta walk carefully knowing that information, Andrew.
The floorboards creak underneath your feet.
Oh,
Turn to the crew and I say, I feel like there's something to this place, and my reflection gave me the key, but I don't know if it's just an empty house or if we're missing something. Any ideas?
I mean, if the Pondo gave you the key, it's probably pretty important, right?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Right.
So, Drew, is there another door leading outside of this room?
There is not.
I am going to lay down on the table and in such a way that I'm facing the frame.
Oh shit. Yeah, you do that.
Do I notice anything unusual?
You do not, but you do get oddly comfortable laying on the table.
Could be nap time.
Could be Naparuski.
Drew, is there any way to feel like energy in a room? You know, like sadness.
Arcana
happiness?
check.
Make me an Arcana check,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Anyone who
Alright, let's-
who wants to sense some energies.
It's gonna be a 10. Do I feel anything different? Maybe like a tingle or something.
Tell me what you do as you do you like
21.
Dirty 20.
shit. Nomad, you like open your third eye and realize that you're blind. However, Amaya and Jasora, with your dual mermaid minds, are either of you poisoned?
I am.
Uh,
Oh,
make-
I am.
Can you
I'm
make
not.
can you make that check again with this for disadvantage, please?
Yeah.
I'm not poisoned.
No, Amaya, you're gonna sense the fuck out of this, but I just need to know if I'm leaving Jasora out.
I rolled. My second roll was a 15.
Jasora, you smell it first.
Hey, Drew, real quick.
Go
real
off.
quick, champ.
Go off, please.
Yeah, I got a nat 1 on that disadvantage roll, so I don't know if that changes. Maybe
You're-
I lost the third eye.
In trying to
Nathaniel?
find and discern the arcana in this room, your nose starts bleeding and you take 10d6 damage.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
that-
You die.
that's crazy.
No,
Yeah.
you just really don't know what's going on in this room is the worst result of that arcana roll. However, Jasora and Maya and shortly after Jasora, you guys have that smelly smell that smells smelly. And it smells like illusory magic. But not like an illusion. There's something more at play here. And it's coming from the armor.
I will walk up to the armoire and
You-
open it.
You do that. Go ahead and roll. No, you don't have to roll anything because you open this dusty cupboard. It takes a pretty strong pull, but you're able to crack that sucker open. It like at old wood. It like kind of doesn't. It fights against you, but you're able to open it. And inside this armoire, you see several things: silver plates and platters, cutlery, and with a 20, there's a decanter with some sort of liquid inside. And with the 20, you also sense, after you take these things out of the cupboard, there's magic behind it.
Okay. I will say we should. Let's move this cupboard. I mean, this armoire. Someone help me move this. And I think Aldar would
Aldar
walk
would
up and
fucking jump at the opportunity.
push it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be confused and start rearranging the chairs at the
Yeah.
table.
Nomads. Oh, actually, you know what? I now know what number one would be. You think you've got it.
Yeah.
You've solved this magical puzzle. You just need to stack all the chairs in the middle of the room perfectly. In the meantime, Jasora, with Aldar's help, you move the armoire aside, and behind it are 3 large paintings that appear to be facing the wall away from you.
Aldar and I look at the wall
You begin.
behind us.
You get sucked into the painting. I assume you're looking at the paintings.
Well, I look at them and I saw that they were looking at the wall behind us, so I glanced back there too.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm confused. I'm saying this in a confusing way. They're like leaned up against the wall that they're on, so you can't see them.
Oh,
Yeah.
like I would have to move them to look at them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'd look at them.
You get pulled into the paint. No, that'd be fun, huh? No, there's just several like scenes. And it looks like they were painted in this very room. I'm going to describe one to you. And here it goes. It looks like a tall, well-built man looks out a window onto a verdant apple orchard. There's a woman there. And in her lap is a child. Stand by. The shadow cast in the room, it looks like it's morning time. And there is a bowl, like a big wide bowl and an elegant spoon on the table. And one chair at one end, and a woman holding a baby at the other side. And the man is looking out the window. And it smells like, well, you would know what it smells like. But the bowl looks like it has soup inside, you can tell from the paint. And there's a fire in the fireplace.
Does the painting look like Red River at all? Like the man? Or no?
No. Can I say something? That'd be pretty cool. No, it doesn't.
Does it look like anybody we would recognize or have met?
No, it doesn't. After she, I assume, shows it to all of you.
Yeah, and based on the brief inspection, is it this house we're sitting at?
Yes. Like, there's a, like, very distinct nick in, like, the corner of one of these stone walls that, like, someone would have to painstakingly recreate to, like, have it be a replica. This is this house that you're seeing. Oh, and I finally found the good description of this. The paintings are over 4 feet at their longest side and framed in elegant glossy wood that has withstood the test of time. One shows a small boy with purple hair at a large table. The little boy has purple hair, sorry. Being fed porridge by a woman. The child seems to be laughing gleefully as the woman feeding him smiles. A man can be seen in the background facing a window, with the morning sun casting a shadow across the room. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. Go ahead.
No, I was thinking,
Do
Oh,
I
no, that-
see any
yeah.
places on the walls where paintings look like they were hung at one point?
Yes, you do. Now that you know what you're looking for, around this room you do see like 3 different like nails that may have been once holding these paintings, and outlines of like the dust being slightly different under these spaces. And there are 3 paintings. I'm sorry if I didn't mention that.
I'll
So we
hang
gotta,
up.
like,
Yeah,
hang them up in like a specific order.
I'll hang up the fire at the hearth by the fireplace.
Okay.
The woman feeding soup by the dining room.
Okay. That was all one painting.
Oh, I'm seeing now. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. It's yeah. Sorry. I just found the part of my notes. I was doing that from memory. I just found the part of my notes where I describe what's in there.
Okay.
So that was disjointed. I apologize. Yes, the first painting is a woman feeding soup to a child, a man staring out the window, and a fire in the hearth.
Okay. I'll look at the second painting.
I will describe all 3 paintings, so you don't have to ask me again about the third painting. The second picture shows a large family sitting on a long table together with food. A man with dark purple hair seems to be regaling the others at the table with a story, with both of his arms gesticulating with each detail. They watch him with eyes fixed with excitement from his stirring tale. It's not moving, it's just, I'm doing some editorialing here. Only an older man at the far end of the table seems unamused. The table is adorned with a large suckling pig with several beautiful silver platters, and 3 tiered silver and stand overflowing with fruits and bread. The silver patina of the various platters shine in the late afternoon sun. And I'm sorry. The third painting is a dinner at night with an aged man sitting at the far end of the table and a young man with a dark purple beard and hair sitting still next to the fire that burns in the fireplace. The table is adorned with a beautiful green and gold mantle with a silver bowl of soup sitting in front of each man. The flickering of the fireplace is the only light in the room, forming shifting shadows of the two men. And I'll make notes here so you guys can remember kind of the broad strokes.
Where are the empty places on the wall?
One's around the fireplace, and the other two are on different sides of the table. And if anyone has any questions or didn't catch anything, please let me know. I have it.
I got distracted on the second. I was trying to write some notes on the second. What was the third painting? Well, you're sharing it now, so I'll just catch up.
Yeah. No, the third painting was nighttime. Two men at the table. One is aged. One is not. They're sitting at far ends of each other. Neither of their mouth is open, so you assume it's in silence. A fire burns in the fireplace. The table is adorned with a green and gold mantle, with a silver bowl sitting in front of each man. The only light in this room is the fireplace.
Is there anybody with purple hair in this third picture?
Yes. There's an old man and a middle-aged man. The middle-aged man has purple hair.
I'm gonna do a history check. Just in case this is any kind of reference to any kind of folk tale or anything I've heard before.
Roll those bones.
Fucking two.
Yeah.
Turns out I don't read much.
You think that all you know from history are like an old kid's joke that you heard that was like purple hair is rare, and that like girls with purple hair smell bad.
Yeah.
Is a 10 any better on a history check?
A 10 is slightly better. You would know that like it's kind of like a fading curiosity that people aren't born with purple hair anymore. Like it's been decades and decades since like anyone with purple hair naturally was like rolling around. And by rolling, I mean just living in their lives.
Are there any anybody like sign the bottom? You know how people like sign paintings, anything like that, or
Oh,
Markings for signs.
yeah?
no. And that tells you one thing. Whoever did this didn't need credit. Like this was not made for commerce in any way or recognition.
Profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a hobby thing.
Yes. This is a hobby thing. Yes. Good question
Interesting.
though. Don't be afraid, guys. Throw spaghetti. We'll see what sticks.
Yeah. So somebody was probably documenting moments in life. You know, we always document the things we fear to lose the most. So, is there? Is there? I'm gonna check for secret passages or anything inside of this room.
Make me an investigation check. You're feeling the walls. You're getting up in there. You're getting in the crannies.
Yeah.
Wait, do we hang up the paintings? Sorry.
Yeah, you do. Just if for no other reason, it's easier for you to look at all of them.
I rolled a 5, so I'm basically checking to make sure the walls are still walls.
You're starting to worry that you've lost your own ass crack, but then after a while, you do find it.
Did you put them in? Did you put them in specific places? In this, I was gonna recommend the first painting in the area by I forget where where one of the spots was, but
The
maybe the area by the
fireplace, I
dining
think?
room fireplace.
Yep. You try a couple of orders, but you do not notice any remarkable change.
Yeah.
Like I dropped a bomb in here. Like somebody started talking about ice or something.
Yeah. Hold on.
How big are the paintings, Drew?
40-foot wide.
About
and
4
one
feet.
length,
Yeah,
4 feet
Mhm.
wide.
they're big, but
So
they're
we
not
can-
like enormous.
We can like pick them up and like rearrange them and stuff, right?
Yeah, totally.
Does anyone see kind of like a story from these? Can we like put them in
Seems
like a
like that.
sequential order or something?
The woman in each looks the same.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a little older. The man in each looks the same. And you just
Right.
assume with the purple hair, the first is the purple haired person as a child, the second as like an adult, and the third as like a middle aged man. If that answers your question, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
I shouldn't have made these all the same color. Let me do yellow.
So
Maybe we have to act out the scenes.
yeah, I'm gonna start a fire.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I don't feel like you have a magical means of doing that. However, like
no.
you'll probably need some wood and stuff. The only thing in there is like old shitty charcoal.
Yeah, I'm gonna skedoodle. I noticed on my way in that there was some stuff that's probably flammable.
The one thing you guys don't lack right now is wood. There's wood all
Yeah.
over the place. You can't swing a dead cat in here without finding some wood.
I'm gonna go get a little tinder, start just collecting for the thing, and then hey guys, can somebody check the pantries and cupboards and see if we have, the silver plates or anything, and maybe we can recreate some of this stuff.
I'll check.
Yeah,
I look around.
there are a few shelves I didn't mention before. They're shittily and hastily put together. And yeah, you find several pieces of silverware. And as you're moving the silverware, I assume you're gonna put it somewhere to kind of like keep an inventory. You pick up a decanter, which is like a fancy vase thing, and it feels like something's inside.
We got the
It feels
decanter.
heavy. It feels full. Am I not knowing what a decanter is? Because now I'm getting nervous.
No, that's the
No,
decanter.
I know
meant
what
to
it
aerate
is.
the wine.
I forgot you had mentioned it.
Oh, it's okay. I've mentioned a lot, so I totally understand.
So
There.
So I get
this
a-
is the decanter / base.
I've seen those in Hercules. and
Yeah,
maybe
this
some
looks
Disney.
very Hercules. They might get some copyright
Decanters
issues.
are for like wine, right? Like to aerate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, Nomad knows about decanters, don't you?
Nomad's middle name is Decanter.
Very good middle name.
Nomad Decanter Jones.
Should we pour this out? Should we pour out what's in
Oh.
here?
What if it's precious? Should we taste it?
Should I drink it or?
Well,
If it's-
let's
if
pour it
it's-
into a receptacle. Let's pour it into
Red
like,
River,
yeah,
you
wine.
leave for 2 seconds, they start drinking strange liquid.
Yeah, no, I reach in for a receptacle that would fit the content of the liquid.
There's lots of, basically in this moment, with the silverware and everything in this room, there is any type of thing to pour this into. You got big bowls, you got serving bowls, like whoever lived here fucking knew how to handle their silverware of any kind. And every
Yeah,
kind.
I'm gonna pour it into a receptacle so we can inspect, what this looks like.
Hell yeah, you do. Poison fills the no. That's a joke. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, as you pour it out, a silvery mirror-like liquid, like pours in it, but won't separate from itself. Like kind
It's
of like
Pondo fluid.
and it looks like it's spreading across evenly the surface of whatever you're pouring it into.
Yeah, it's definitely Pondo fluid. Okay. I rifled through the silverware hardware that we have in front of us, and I try to look for a surface that it has the best surface area to spread the font. The
There's
fluid
probably a
across.
pretty big serving plate, but even it
Yeah.
does not have enough area to contain all of this. But I like where your
Uh-huh.
head's at.
Could we put it on the
Yeah.
table?
We can put it on the table. We can put it on the table, and it's not going to separate itself. It's a bit Newtonian in nature, as we've experimented before,
Mm-hmm.
and it should reflect on top of the frame that's over there.
So tell me
Or
what you're
does-
doing.
Should we put it on the table? Or should we put it on the frame? Does this thing defy gravity?
I think maybe
Or just the frame?
from my experience with the Pondo outside, it was slightly indented to hold any liquid. So I feel it may be the same. We might need the edges to hold it, you know.
Yeah.
I think the frame has edges, but will it stick to the ceiling?
So we're gonna experiment. I'm gonna stand on the table,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to nozzle the opening to see if it sticks to the ceiling. It's
As
just
you
sticking.
as you do that, you feel kind of silly because you're standing on a table. You're holding a vase/decanter up to the ceiling, and the liquid begins to pour out as if gravity has pulled it up as it slowly fills to each corner of the frame. And it does so very slowly, and it seems to like mirror the space that you are in, but you are not showing in the reflection.
I signal hi. Is anybody there? With sign language.
Nothing.
Can I try to throw something through it?
Fuck yeah, what do you throw?
That'd be a bad idea.
A spoon.
A gang sign.
Okay, sign. With immense flurry, yeah, go ahead.
Throw some bloods up.
Yeah, your blood and kryptonines do not penetrate the mirror. And it's not just Red River, none of you can see yourselves in this mirror.
We don't have like any useless items around, like a stick
A spoon.
or some
Fuck yeah,
rubble.
you just found a spoon, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like throw that up.
The spoon does not penetrate this liquid, it does make a slight ripple. However, you do see the spoon in the reflection.
I see.
Alright, now's when we start to recreate the setting. Start setting up. Just like in the pictures. The paintings.
Are there like statues and stuff of women?
No, there's like people eating at the table, so we set up all the bowls and stuff. Bring the decanter over. I bring the decanter and look at it in the reflection.
Yeah, the decanter is showing in the reflection, as are the table and chairs. I assume at this point, Red River, you have been able to secure fire things for fire.
Yeah.
Fire ingredients, if you will.
Yep. And I started with the fire, definitely, because it's what we do here in survival land, fantasy survival land.
Yeah.
And
in an enclosed space, no wind, no bullshit, you can start a fire in here with enough time.
oh yeah. And we try to mimic the same plate setting and light conditions with this fire and whatever that we could, including down to the mantels, right? So we go for painting 1.
Yeah, so in painting 1, there is a small fire burning in the fireplace, which you recreate. You find the wide bowl. It's easy now that you're looking at the painting and you have the cutlery in front of you. A shallow, wide bowl with a long, elegant silver spoon. There's one chair at one end, and no chairs anywhere else at this table currently. A man stares out the window, and there is some sort of like soupy porridge in the bowl that is not currently in yours. But I'm just describing to you what's in the painting.
And everything that we've placed so far is reflected.
Correct. The non-you things that you place are reflected in the mirror.
But you wouldn't see the porridge inside of the bowl.
You don't right now.
No, Matt, was there any porridge inside of that bowl when we walked in?
No. Nothing edible, at least.
Yeah, what was left was just like some very, very slight business at the very bottom. Like old.
Okay. We'll cook a quick meal for one, maybe some, dried oatmeal, just rehydrate it and put it in there.
Yeah, and you guys rations, you have some like detritus like that. Yeah, you are able to cook it, and it does show. As you put it in the bowl, it does show on the painting. The fire is lit, what looks like to the correct amount of light. The only one chair has been left. And you have the bowl, and you have some porridge here. And you have the long, elegant spoon.
Well, we're gonna go for the reenactment, just to see if anything changes, so... Aldar is gonna stand by the window in a pensive, Elder King way.
Yeah, that feels good.
That feels good. And then,
And then Amaya will feed me, I guess.
that's right. Exactly my thoughts. Does that change the image on top of the thing?
Here
Uh,
comes the.
I don't want it.
as your fussy baby fights, make me. Is anyone else looking at painting number 1 while they're doing this? Like, in my head, someone's like saying a little to the left, like trying to get everyone in place.
A couple of us, I think.
Yeah.
I think a
I'll
couple
do
of us
that.
would be.
Anyone looking at the painting while they're acting it out, make me an investigation check.
Investigate.
Or nature, whichever.
A better one, nature. A fuck.
3.
Red River Nomad can't buy a bucket.
Nah, son. I'm gonna retire from this shit.
With disadvantage, I rolled an 18.
With disadvantage, you rolled an 18?
Oh, yeah.
That's fucked up.
Sure
Sora,
did. She sure did.
You see in this painting, along with Amaya, you take a closer look at that porridge, and there's like flecks of color. What looks like purple and like yellow, and with that high of a roll, they look like remnants of a flower.
Go out. Are there the plants that are growing in the house? They're not flowering, right?
A few of them are. It's mostly weeds. But yeah, there's a few that are like have been growing wild that are still alive.
Are any of them yellow and purple?
They are. Yeah, there's
That's
a blue one, a
crazy.
yellow one, and a purple one. That's all I can tell you about them. But yes, they're growing wildly, not abundantly, but there are some to see there.
I'll pick a yellow and a purple.
Yeah. What do you do with it?
Eat them.
Okay. Nothing
Oh,
happens.
Okay. I pick a few more and I bring it over to the bowl.
They don't
Put it
taste
in
great.
there.
But one of them has a very fragrant smell. And as you mix them into the bowl, something happens. the scene above you starts to take shape as Tesor, who's feeding Angus?
Maya.
As
Amaya.
Amaya runs the choo-choo to his mouth, his little fussy boy mouth, and Aldar, the scene above you changes. And it starts to move. And you can hear it. You can hear the fire as well as your own. And it begins to move. And the tall, well-built man looks out the window onto a verdant apple orchard. He turns to the woman, taking mind not to look directly at the child in her lap. And he says, I don't know, Vanessa. This color is an ill omen. Perhaps we can shave his head? We could keep it shaved. The woman lets out a chuckle as she feeds him. She says, yes, Edmund. We'll shave the boy's head and eyebrows and eventually his beard every day. It is only a legend of ill portent, nothing more. He will become a great man. Not despite what makes him different, but because of it. The boy reaches for the bowl at that moment, losing his balance on his lap. She holds him instinctively and guides another spoon into his eager mouth. The man nods slowly, a hint of anxiety in his eyes as he turns back to the morning orchard. The morning sun hidden only by the overlapping branches. And the scene ends. And you do not see him, her, or any of you at the table.
Everything on the scene disappears. You said?
Yes. Yes, it returns to its quote-unquote normal condition.
Gotcha.
So we set
Painting two.
we set table 2. We go for table 2.
Puzzle 2 has a lot of chairs. A large family is sitting there eating food. Let's see. Purple man is telling a story. Others are like paying close attention. One person is unamused, sitting at the opposite side. There's a suckling pig on the table and silver platters. The platters and chairs you're able to do like immediately, like now that you know what you're doing. However, the other stuff is up to you guys.
Investigation check.
Yeah, get in there. You're scrutinizing now. As a matter of fact, I would give you advantage, but since you're poisoned, just roll it standard.
A nat 20.
Whoa!
Standard.
Tesora goes super. Her
Hey,
eyes
Don,
glow
that's a
with
hook.
energy, and you know that you need to recreate it now. And there is a purple and gold tablecloth runner on this picture, which you already know is at the bottom of the armoire. The only thing missing after a few moments of rapid assembly is the boar at the center.
Nomad, get on the table and lay down.
Aye, Captain.
He does that.
Belly up or belly down?
Hey, yo.
Belly down is fine.
With a 20, I also tell you, you can see that a chunk of the boar's flank is like missing. Like someone's already taken it off to eat.
Oh, Christ.
All
that
right,
his
so
finger?
let's get going.
Is that his missing
Fine.
finger?
Yeah, that's where his finger is. So
Fine, if you want to flay me, we will.
it's like a good quarter chunk of this boar is missing. Someone's ripped off a good leg here.
What do we do? Do we use food that we have and take a bite out of it, or do?
There's the thigh jerky that Nomad always has.
Ew.
I do like me some thigh jerky. Do we want some? I could share my thigh jerky.
Yeah, just take some and put it in the center of the table. Take a chunk out of it.
Nothing happened.
God damn it.
Sorry.
Why recreate something that a pig that's
Did I create like an
Okay.
illusion of it?
Yes. The illusion does not appear in the image,
Damn.
but you guys
Oh, Drew.
you're circling. Yep.
1 second. Give me let Nomad cook real quick here. Let me
Okay.
just check this. I'm gonna use my elementalism.
Okay. Tell me more, please.
My elementalism. I'm gonna use specifically sculpt element, so I could use some dirt, sand, fire, or smoke, and I can make an object. So I'd like to make this pig on the table. 'Cause it's not an illusion. It's like real things.
I I hate to
Does that
salt.
work?
I hate to salt you guys' game. Nomad takes a few minutes to like gesticulate and like he's a wizard standing over his cauldron. And creates the perfect wooden piggy or dirt pig. What kind of pig is it?
Yeah, it's gonna be dirt.
It's a
Yeah.
dirt pig.
Yeah.
It shows up in the mirror, but nothing happens.
I put the runner down, right? The purple.
Yeah.
one.
The runner, the purple and yellow runner is down. Yeah.
And we have the piggy there,
You have a
No, we
dirt. You have a
don't.
dirt piggy.
but
It's
it
not.
shows in the image.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So we checked that out.
What
Do we
am I
polish
missing?
the silver?
Yes.
Then
You
we'd be
guys
another
have
scene, but-
a large silver platter along with the 3-tiered silver stand. There's food on every level.
So we have the homies. Everybody plays a role from the picture.
Okay, everyone sit down. Where do we have people sitting in this picture?
Yep. And then somebody looks like they're telling a story, and then the rest of us look like we're reacting.
And there's one old man at the far end of the table who looks dejected and is not paying attention to the story.
I'll be old guy.
That'll be all dar.
Oh yeah. And who's telling the story?
Red River.
No, I'm the old guy in the corner.
I could tell the story, Drew.
No man.
And you do put out the fire in the hearth because it is not in the picture, right? Of course.
Yes.
And what do you say, no
Put
man?
out that fire.
Oh, I'm just gonna tell him about my day. Basically, recap. Maybe go over some of the hand signals the team missed. Kind of disappointed about that, but it's okay.
Yeah, you have a reorientation for the hand signals.
Yeah,
This
that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Amaya, Jasora, how do you guys react to this?
What does it say? Others enraptured. I'm gonna be enraptured.
Wow. Okay, you just basically read it out of the textbook. After a few moments, as you're describing and gesticulating with your hands the various gestures that they should have known, the mirrored pondal, we'll call it pondal, I guess, above you guys begins to blur and change. And then you see it is the afternoon, and the figures are slowly moving. And I have to read a section. The purple-haired boy is a young man now. There's a gathering of various folks in the dining room. They're all cheering and they're kind of how people congratulate each other. They're putting their hands on his shoulder, shaking him. And they're all transfixed with a tale that you can now hear as the purple young man tells them about a boar that he was chasing, that he was trying to hunt. And it charged the Duke of Chevra himself. But he was able to kill it just before it mauled the Duke. And in exchange, the Duke has given him his favor. And you see they're all paying attention to every detail of this story, this is old time fantasy times. There's nothing interesting happening, so this is the most interesting thing that has ever happened to any of them. The old man has gray in his hair now, and he's clearly nodding along with the story, and a faint smile crosses his lips, but it never quite reaches his eyes. And the scene fades.
It's like acting out a movie.
It's just like that. The third picture, it's nighttime. There is a huge fire in the hearth, and it's just the old man and the middle-aged purple-haired fella.
We'll go to
So-
recreate that.
We just need nighttime and then nomad, a green and gold mantle, and a
You
silver
guys
ball
got
at each side.
plenty at nighttime. There's 2 silver spoons, silver bowls with matching spoons, that are at either end. So you guys remove the other tables and chairs. And there's a green and gold mantel between them. The old man and the middle-aged guy. And I assume you guys do that.
Yeah.
Now that you've solved the puzzle, I feel like you don't have to tell me that you do that. Who's playing each? There's a middle-aged guy looking into the fire, and there's an old man sitting at the far side.
I'll be the middle-aged.
Who wants to be
the old man?
Old man.
No man can be old man.
Wow.
I'm gonna give out like a, like a real nice old man sound. Make it convincing for the pondle.
Like any good painting, as you guys look at painting number 3, there's like a visible tension in that room between those 2 people. And Nomad, you take a seat at the far end with the bowl in front of you. And Angus, the middle-aged man, is like leaning like one arm over the fireplace, even though it's burning brightly. And he's almost like trying not to look back at the other guy. And in this moment, I want to ask, how does Angus feel about Nomad?
I think I feel a little romantic, you know?
Okay.
Feeling like there's a vibe here. There's a spark, you know?
Mm-hmm. Nothing happens in the mirror. Nomad, how do you feel about Angus right now? You're sitting at this table.
Right now?
Right now, yeah.
We're like angry at each other.
What are you angry about?
Are we having like a little spackle about something?
Yeah,
maybe,
what do you guys arguing about?
Maybe we're arguing about politics and the proper etiquette at dinner table. Like seriously,
think-
silver ball at each side, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I could see that. I could for sure see that. That would make sense to me.
You both picture kind of this like animosity, even if it's fleeting. And the pondle above you changes. The old man sitting nearest, his hair has gone fully gray now. The purple-haired middle-aged man is mustachioed and sits opposite him. They both take a slurp of soup before sitting back with their empty bowls. The only sound is the crackle of the wood burning in the hearth when there is an awkward pause. The purple-haired man says, "Do you miss her?" with an edge in his tone. "Of course I do," the old man shouts back. "Then how can you just lie down like this? It's been 15 years and you've never tried again, for anything." The man's voice is steady, but only barely. Like a rider holding his horse's bridle tightly to keep it from bucking. "The orchard," the old man begins, "is fallow," the younger man finishes. "It hasn't yielded more than a basket in years." The young man rises from his chair now, the bridle broken and the Mustang runs free. "Why do you think creditors have not found your door? How do you think the food arrives and the maids come? I've been paying for all of it, Father, for her, and the once proud man who only exists in my memory now. It's clear you have given up, but I have only just begun." The old man shakes his head without getting up, and he says, "Your wealth has not brought you happiness, son. You are blinded by the shimmer of gold. You have nothing but hatred and longing in your heart." The old man says this in a voice that cannot match the young man's. And he says quietly, "You can't bring her back. She's gone." The purple-haired man composed himself. He rises to leave and pushes in the chair gently. You must widen your gaze, Father. Your limitations are your own. He says as much to himself as what is left of the old man. The old man struggles to rise. Virgil, please. I know how I have failed you. I know that I've disappeared. It just breaks my heart to look at you. To this day, I either see you, a man I barely know who hates me, or I see her, and I don't know which pains me more. I'm sorry, my boy. I'm sorry I am not the man you needed me to be. The purple-haired man you now know to be Virgil turns to leave. And he says, how fortunate for me that I am that man now. I hope it eases your mind to hear that you will not see me again. I will not yield to the tide of time as you have. I will not succumb to such common maladies. He walks out. He doesn't turn back. The old man slouches in his chair and tries to call after him, and his voice croaks. And then he shouts, there is much that even gold cannot buy, my son. The room fades to normalcy after a few moments. And you all hear the sound of a very small bell. Although the chime is like very low, the reverberation is powerful. You can almost feel the house shake. And on the center of this table is a small hand chime. And upon hearing the ringing, the dense brambles covering the window begin to stir loudly and fall away, revealing a path. And that was a lot of things to say. There's a clearing through the window now, a wide meadow with wildflowers of many colors blowing lazily in the wind. A few moments after entering the path through the window, the vines... Well, never mind. Yeah, sorry, that was a long-winded thing.
That's good.
There is a chime on the table.
Let's not ring it yet, folks. So just to make sure, the brambles that moved away were on this room's
The window.
the actual room, the window of the room that we're actually in.
Yeah.
Okay. And now we can see the clear into where maybe the old man was looking at. Earlier.
Yes.
The
Mhm.
same window.
Yep. Exactly.
Can we do like an Arcana check or something on this bell?
Hell yeah, you can. Give me a roll them bones. Now, I do need to know if someone puts their hands on it.
Let's not do that.
It's hard. It's hard for me as a DM. Can I just forget I said that? Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Oh, well, if you didn't say it, I guess.
and if we are gonna touch those, touch it with like a cloth or something.
I ruined
Like
everything.
tongs.
I feel bad about it.
Honks.
And I think I learned our lesson from the last campaign.
What'd you guys roll? Is it good?
Mine was only a 6, so I'm not sure if anybody else wants to help.
It looks like a chime. It looks like a little chime bell, and you're curious what it sounds like.
Oh. And I guess I started to get more curious, so if anybody wants to figure it out here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still at disadvantage, so I'm not even gonna give it a go.
Oh yeah, I'm at a disadvantage.
You're feeling so
I
sick.
could have rolled a 1.
You don't even want to fuck with it. You're feeling so sick.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I rolled a 15.
Aldar, you explode as you go to look at. No, Aldar, in a brief moment. No, that's rude. I was going to say a brief moment of intelligence. That's rude. Your character is not.
What the hell?
It's a chime. Loosely looks like this. Just want to make sure that we know what a chime is. Obviously, it's much more beautiful than this. Aldar, as you get closer to it, you smell like a faint floral smell that seems to be coming from this handbell, and it radiates powerfully. You notice that the flowers have blossomed, even in the cracks in the floor of this room. That's all I can tell you about it.
Mates, should I touch this bell? Chime thing?
I'd say touch that tree on the wrist, honestly. I just get the heebie-jeebies from it, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Oh, sorry. Quick retcon before you guys decide what you're gonna do here. Anyone who like watched that story unfold and heard the name Virgil, can make a history check.
Yes.
Too
We
bad
met a
first.
Virgil before.
Yes, yeah, you're like Virgil. We're checking if that rings a bell for any of you.
I rolled
Yeah,
a
we met
nat
up with-
1. How does that do?
You die. A rock falls from the ceiling and kills you.
I rolled an 18.
Does an 8 do me any good, Drew?
An 8 does not do you any good. However, anyone that rolled over a 15, Maya, I think you're the only person. Virgil is a name not quite like Voldemort, but it's a name that carries some weight with it, right? Like, I'm trying to think of a real life thing that doesn't make me cringe. Like, you wouldn't name your kid Aaron Rodgers, right? Because there's already a famous person named Aaron Rodgers. And it's similar with Virgil, because everyone that's ever set foot near the Scattered Sea knows that the name of the storm in the south is Virgil.
It's Virgil, yeah.
Anyway, what do you guys want to do with this floral chime? I'm sorry, damn it, that's the name of it. I wasn't supposed to tell you guys the name. It's called the floral chime. Smells great.
Guys, I don't have an opinion on what we should do. If somebody's compelled to ring the chime and people agree to it, we should do that. If not, we should leave it alone.
I can ring it with my my sword. See if it's safe. Maybe if I get shocked or something, somebody can push me off of it.
This is beautiful. Can I just say, the picture right now is 6 hero adventurers looking down at a table at about a 2-inch tall chime with extreme fear and trepidation.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay.
Someone ring it. I'll be covering my ears.
Alright, I can
read
do it.
Oh,
I can do
I
it.
cover my ears.
Cover my ears and turn around.
Nomad, I'm right beside you, bud.
I'll look at it. I don't mind.
Aldar puts his arms around you. For
Punch him
one-
from behind,
one
like
la-
in the movie Titanic.
One last
Give you a
time
little
before
shove
it's all over.
Drew, I will ring it
In the
with
arms
the hand
of
that I'm already
lady by
missing a
Sarah
finger on.
McLachlan.
Yeah. That hand's been fucked up already, so you're just gonna double down.
Yep.
You pick it up, it's got the same weight as a chime. Now that you're looking at it closer, it looks like there's like etchings of like various like vines and plants around the bell. But you ring it and you can see what's the thing inside of bell called? The bell ball? That's what I'm gonna call it. You see the bell ball.
right.
What is it called?
I said that sounds pretty good to
No,
me.
bell ball can't be right. We're gonna take a quick aside. Bell
It's a
Thing
tonsil.
in
That's where
bell.
it came from.
What's it
This is
called?
Nomad and
It's a
Aldar
tonsil.
holding each other right now, ringing the bell.
All right, I'm going back to bell ball because I like that name better. It is hitting the side of the chime as you wiggle it, and no sound is coming out. And you are not
crazy.
innervated with electricity and death. Nothing happens.
What if we look up at the mirror while we're ringing it?
Now it is functioning as a mirror. You can see yourself. I should have told you that. You see yourselves and the chime.
So,
Alright.
just to recap, the ramble moved away as we heard the chime, and then
Correct.
around that same time, the bell materialized on the middle of the table.
Correct.
Guys, I don't know if this is something we need to do now, or an artifact we take with us to maybe remove Bramble down the road.
We keep it with
Yeah.
us.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
big
No, we-
I
question:
like that.
who will be the holder of?
I nominate
chime.
Red River.
I'll take it.
You're all talking about it. Angus grabs it.
Angus McDonald
He is-
loves it.
He is
loves. He
electrocuted.
just.
Mine.
I heard my mental
Drew,
note.
do I see what pocket this goes in by chance?
Sure. Yeah, he's not doing it stealthily, I guess. So, is he, Angus?
First of all,
No,
is there
I want the
something
group to
Angus
know.
doesn't do stealthily? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he does everything stealthily. But yeah, you see what pocket he puts it in, I guess.
I see Angus
Alright.
reaching for my pocket to try to take it, and I go, "Here you go. You can have it."
I'll take care of this.
I think it's I think it's safer with you anyway.
Good job, guys. What would you like to do? And can
What
I
else is in
say
this room?
I'm so proud of you guys. I did not know how long that would take.
You were lucky we didn't find a woodland creature to interface
Yeah, right. It shit would have gotten
You
me.
said
All the
a wood,
savings.
you said it was a woodland cabin. I was like, oh, here it comes.
You speak to the cabin and it says hello. No, that's not. That's not.
I've seen that Pixar movie.
Yeah. Very kids. No, but good job.
What else we got in this room?
Some
Don't need to do
old
discuss them.
busted chairs. There's a cauldron with like a pot. Oh, you weren't here for the rest of it, MC. There's a bunch of silverware, like silver china and stuff. There's cooking tools. There's an armoire. If you guys want to put that on your back and take it home, it looks like it might be worth something.
No, don't you start, dude.
Unfortunately, it
Don't
weighs
start.
600 pounds.
Oh,
Don't you
man.
fucking start here.
Drew, we're gonna hold on to that for now.
The armoire?
Um,
Okay.
Like, and by hold on to it, I mean like put it on my little map that I got going.
Great.
Yeah, of goodies to come back and fetch.
Yeah, yeah. You make
Yeah,
a note.
Exactly. Yep.
Armoire? It's the $sign.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna estimate it actually, and I'm just gonna estimate it in maybe 1,000 gold piece. You know.
Easy. You think for the right collector, you can get that easy.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just tell them where it's at, and they go get it too. Boom.
Do you get? Is that something that you normally get paid for?
Yeah, you get paid up front.
Hey, there's a thing I don't own that's valuable. Here it is on a map. Money, please.
Money, please, now.
We're starting
see
on
you
this little
never.
island, but we're gonna eventually turn into Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the
This is just the
Amazon of this
beginning.
world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fantasy Amazon.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
what this world needs.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
that
ready to
works
go.
for me.
There's nothing else crazy going on in here. I walk out the
We
door.
get, and then just to review the facts here, I don't think the fellow we're looking for came through here. He wouldn't have had the key, and everything kind of looked unbothered until we came here. So maybe he did
Yeah.
stop by, didn't have the key. Maybe he didn't, but we still haven't found any sign of him. So we'll continue to be on the lookout for a sign of him or any of the other leaving party members that came out to get this situationship.
Word up.
Can we ring the bell one more time in here? The chime.
When you try to ring the chime, it does not make noise.
Hold on, I'm holding this chime.
Okay, you hold. What would you like to do with the chime?
Who's milking this cow? Who's baking this cheesecake?
I just asked if we could. I didn't say I did.
I apologize.
That's all
You
right.
don't know what
So you
happens.
starting shit again? The inner part of a bell is called a clapper.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I can live with that.
interesting.
Clapper.
A clapper, yeah.
Is our clapper clapping or is it missing?
I don't know. Are you ringing it? I don't want to put words in you guys. Now I'm nervous about putting words in you guys.
You're baking this cheesecake.
You tell me exactly
Yeah,
what
you-
happens, and I'll tell you what
Okay.
happens.
Can I see it? Like
Yeah, you can see it in there. It's cute. It looks like a little flower petal or something.
Is it actually hitting the sides, or
Yes.
is it just staying
Mhm.
stationary? Ah,
It is.
okay.
The sides are
Mm.
called the waist, by the way.
Oh, that also checks out.
So you're clapping the waist. I don't
I don't love that.
I like that
I
one.
kinda
Terry-
like that, yeah.
Terry, cut that last 30. Yep. I'm not. That's not working for
Wrap
me.
it up. Wrap it
Yeah,
up.
I
Not
don't
doing
want
that.
no waist clapping in here.
Oh, I'm not trying to catch a case.
Yeah.
Clap
That's
with
D&D
the
after
bell.
hours with
Yeah, that's
with
D&D
Nerd
after
R
dark.
and Angus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Beyond the dice.
you guys' private Discord that you have conversations in about the campaign. That's what this is for.
Also, talking about bells, just a quick shout out to our sponsor this week, Bluebell Ice Cream.
It's a perfect way to
Um,
say. Have a
Yeah.
Bluebell Country Day.
With our new seasonal flavor, Bride's Cake is almond flavored ice cream with
Delicious.
cake pieces and amaretto flowered cream cheese icing.
Go
Hell
to
yeah.
their
Mm.
website and enter Drew is the best DM for
For 20% off.
coupon code. Yep. If it doesn't work, just keep trying. And email their support team.
You can visit our little creamery in Sicalcuga, Alabama.
Yeah, that's correct.
Is it wedding season? I don't know things. Why is there a bride's cake theme thing?
In D&D, there is.
Because it's wedding
never-
season in D&D and
That's
in real
what-
life.
In real life, we got married. My anniversary is in 2 days, so. Nope.
Yeah, I feel
That's-
like there's a lot of anniversaries. Yeah, maybe we're in the thick of it right now.
Yeah, it's the thick of it right now. It's
Yeah. Okay. All right, I digress. We exit the house with our new floral bell in tow, of course, carried
Hell
by
yeah.
none other than Angus McDonald.
Hanging
It's
back.
unclear to me, Drew.
Yes, go off.
The path we were traveling is still viable, right? We took a slight detour to go to this meadow and this house.
Correct.
We just get back on the trail. Yeah, so we get back on the trail, the direction we're going. What's the status of the poison inflicted people? Is there still poison inflicted?
It has been about 4 hours. They do not. Well, should I just give you this information?
Well,
Make,
no, you tell me.
make
Do
a
I medicine check
medicine.
'em?
Yeah, I need a
Do I
medicine check.
feel sickened?
Oh yeah, I guess you could just ask them. Yeah, they still feel like
Yeah.
shit.
We're talking to each other.
My
Yeah.
tummy's
How you guys
still
feeling?
hurts.
Tummy still hurts.
Yeah.
Stomach.
Is it better than it was before?
It is equal.
I don't know. It is equal.
It is
Yeah.
nausea.
Changed.
Nausea has switched to diarrhea and back and forth wildly. Like it has been an unpleasant
Okay,
time.
that's enough.
Oh,
That
sorry,
is
Terry.
enough.
Terry.
That's a lot.
Sorry about
Scratch
that. It's brought to you by Pepto
That's five.
Bismol.
Yes, thank you very much. As I see my companions are still sick, I'm gonna set not a brick space. I'm gonna lead. I continue to lead until Nomad feels better, and we're gonna go at a comfortable pace for folks that are not feeling so great to be able to traverse the terrain.
Yeah, we're
We're
gonna
not-
take a sleaze.
Yeah, we're not making any kind of pace here. We're just trying not to lose any more
Yeah.
potential wannabe daylight.
If we have a new leader, we're gonna roll them bones.
I'll
Survival
be
check.
temporary.
Very nice.
Okay. Here we go. What's happening with a 9 here?
Man, I'm sorry, I was reading ahead. So a 9 isn't great. Roll me a d12, please.
Oh,
I mean, a 9 is fine. I gotta stop doing my editorials. Roll me a d12, please.
Do you remember the training we did?
Yes, yes,
Hmm,
No.
Interesting.
yes.
Or
Or
double down on another 9.
seemingly, that's a great roll.
Better. Work
Thank
on
you. Yeah, I'm really evolving in real time. Yeah, you guys travel for the next few hours. At like a little bit slower pace. You're clearly trying to like take care of yourselves and each other. It's actually, can I be honest? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you don't get to a clearing necessarily, but the marsh underneath your feet gives way to like it's more grassy. It's a little bit easier to traverse because it's not like completely gross like mud. Boy, I'm really good at words today. And you hear something before you see it, Red River. Just probably in the same direction you're traveling in. It feels loud and heavy, and it sounds like heavy thuds. And I'm about to invite you guys to another map. A map is not exactly combat automatically, but it is like you're navigating a new space. I've just invited you guys, or I think I did. You should be able to hit play. Let me know if you can't, and I can send an invite to the Discord. It looks like Angus is already there. I know all this
Stand by.
technology. It's tough out here.
We've
I got it,
detected
I got
that
it.
hardware acceleration is turned off for your browser. What the heck? How did I use it not that long?
Your hardware acceleration.
I don't know what that means.
Hang on.
Just sorry, me and Drew are supposed to be the technically challenged ones here.
Yeah. So this is not. This is.
You're
not working
actually
for me.
supposed to be really good at it. So.
Yeah, we're really hoping that
No.
you would come in the clutch. Can you guys control your characters, by the way? Just for my brain. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You should be able to move.
We can
your dudes
control everybody.
around. Okay, sweet, sweet. Yeah, but what would you guys like to do?
Okay, I'm here.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Drew, I think I'm accidentally moving shit on the map.
Okay, well, don't do
My-
that.
I didn't mean to.
If you're gonna do that, yep, it looks like you are. Please stop.
No.
Crap. I
Please
can't help it.
stop
I'm on the
that.
phone. I'm
Up,
on the phone.
you're grabbing everything.
can't-
You're
Why
moving.
are they unlocked? You
Why are
can
they
lock
unlocked?
them.
You want me to lock each of these? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
No,
I'm on
hold on.
pan now.
Control
I'm on pan. It's
A.
fine.
Oh my.
It's okay.
Lock.
I'm back.
No,
I'm
it
back.
doesn't
I'm not
work.
gonna move anything anymore. I am on pan mode.
No,
I can't move
please
anything.
let me lock everything on this map.
I'm locking everything.
Jesus.
I'm
Oh,
sorry. I
No,
started that.
no. Can I say something? Thank you. Thanks for your help. What would you guys like to do?
Anytime.
Would you like to fuck everything up? Because that'd be great if you could do that.
I'll start moving shit right
Can
now.
I ring the bell?
Oh, okay. Do you ring the bell?
Yeah.
Okay, this time it does chime. And I read to you something.
Ooh.
As you chime it yourself, you get a better, like, you've been spending some time with it. You get a better sense of it. You see leaves and buds bloom all around you within 60 feet. Seed pods open, flowers blossom. It's beautiful. You hear the buzzing of insects that you didn't hear before that seem to be, like, coming quickly to your location. Any, like, dark brambles, kind of, like, fade away from you.
Not again.
Not again. But yes, again.
It was like that one time we had to fight giant wasps.
Yeah, those beat drills, that was dope. We all loved it. But yeah, beyond that, it's beautiful, but nothing else happens.
I'm gonna pick some of those flowers.
You do. You pick 8 flowers. 8 discrete
go.
flowers.
I'm gonna
Ooh.
draw my sword.
You do that. Do you have a sword? I think you have a mace.
I have a long sword.
Oh, okay.
Unless it got broken again.
No,
No,
you're
you
good.
do.
You can mace it up. Now that the trees have moved, I need to adjust some of these. Here we go.
So what are the paths that we have available to us?
You guys came from the east in my head. So the noise you're hearing is to the west. The path, I mean, you're cutting your own path, probably west is, like, to get around this thing, you would need to just, like, the noise is in the path you're going. So you'd need to, like, turn and start over again. Mechanically,
What kind of noise was
you
this
might lose
again,
time.
Drew?
I'm sorry?
What kind of noise was this again?
Loud, like something heavy dropping on the
Heavy.
ground. You hear it. Actually, now that you guys are kind of standing in this opening, you hear it several times, and what sounds like a groan, maybe like a.
Like a human or like a animal? Small woodland
Or like a
creature?
tree?
What kind of-
Make me a nature check. to see if you can sense the power of a small woodland creature.
Alright, let's see what happens. And I'm still feeling ill, right?
You are feeling ill as hell.
It's gonna be an 8.
Hell yeah. You're not sure what that was.
Hmm.
Amaya, you're really unsure of what that was.
What was that? A nature check?
Nature, yeah.
Disadvantage.
I'm gonna see if this sound means anything to you.
Oh wow, hardware acceleration is amazing. That made being able to roll the dice on Chrome so much better.
Thanks, Google Chrome.
Anyway, I rolled a
Google
15.
Chrome.
You know that this is not an animal.
The tree. Continue.
That's it.
You're
You know what?
about
With
to
a
say something
15,
wrong.
you heard rumors of what this might sound like, and yes, you think it's some sort of plant life.
Did we hear it from a certain direction?
Yes, probably east, southeast.
Alright.
Oh, I have a thing I can show you guys. It came from this direction.
Okay, I think we should move that way.
You guys get up in there.
Cautiously. Yeah.
I like you guys like slowly wiggling the things. Roll me a stealth
Okay.
check as you get closer.
Moving this is
You're-
terrible.
Yes, Queen.
Before this happens,
Okay, yeah.
is there any way I could do a check or something to see if there's any kind of like little flowers or herbs I can eat to aid the tummy ache and something of that sort?
Yeah, make me a nature check. If you didn't already. If you did earlier, we're gonna use that earlier.
Oh, we're gonna use an 8 then.
Yeah, you see a flower that you think might be good. It looks good.
Ah, Christ. All right, we're gonna eat the flowers.
It looks kind of chunky. Yeah, make me a Constitution saving throw.
This also had disadvantage, right?
Yes, absolutely it is.
Yeah, everything is. Oh, that is so sad. That's gonna be a natural 1 plus 2 for a 3.
Excellent. 1 second. Gotta consult my chart here.
You're so brave.
He whispers, "You're so brave."
I'm just gonna hold him.
Your sight begins to like tunnel and tunnel until you have no peripheral vision, and then it tunnels some more, and your pupils disappear, and you cannot see.
All right. Very
Jasora,
good.
with a, did you roll that stealth check with disadvantage?
It looks like she got a 3. She rolled 2.
Excellent, excellent.
Oh.
Jasora, as you move to the west, you trip loudly on the most breakable stick that anyone's ever seen. And you faceplant on the ground. You're not injured, but you do make an extremely loud noise. What's
I'll
everyone
walk
else
that
doing?
way. I'll walk that way with the sword drawn. So
I rolled a 17 and I'm inspecting nature check and I'm inspecting the flower I saw Nomad put it in eat. right now.
You see the cluster of flowers that he's eating are actually very thick, and they're actually mushrooms that have like a natural camouflage on top of them to look like flowers. With a 17, they have like liquid like pustules on the cap of it that seem to be oozing, and they look extremely poisonous.
Yeah.
This is a nasty looking mushroom.
Yeah, I get an infinite vial and put a couple of samples.
Hell
Do
yeah,
we
you
do a
do.
1d6?
Yeah, do a 1d6. Actually, there's not many of these. Do 1d4. Watch you get a 4.
And I
You wild man.
slap it up a 3.
Yeah, you pick up 3 of these stinky boys. You're very careful now that you know they're dangerous. You're very careful not to let them like touch you.
Nomad, how are you feeling?
To be completely honest with you right now, Captain, I can't see.
He turns to you, and his eyes are all white. I forgot what it's called, the sclera or something. But yeah, there are no pupils.
I'm worried.
Slightly
I'm gonna go
freaked
hold
out.
his hand.
Yeah, I'm slightly freaked out.
You reach
And,
down, Nomad, and you feel Angus's hand slip into yours.
Hey.
Yeah.
Drew, if I'm blind, can I still cry? Is that? I
Yes,
don't know how
crying.
blindness works.
Crying is a free action. Amaya, what are you doing?
Okay.
If you're still there. Yeah, if you're not, that's okay too.
I'm concerned. Can I do a medicine check on him? I don't know if that would
Hell
help,
yeah, you
but-
can.
We're not on the Arcana. Okay.
Doesn't she
Uh,
get some kind of? Is it advantage or something?
If you're
Only when we're on the actual boat.
on the
Mm.
Arcana.
Yeah. 23.
It's easy to get a hold of him because he's kind of like extremely blind and confused. You look into his eyes, and you've read about this before in one of your many medicinal journals. This is a blight root mushroom, and it has a chance of. There's all sorts of horrible things that can happen to you. In this case, it obviously blindness, and it should wear off in about an hour.
Yep.
You know, with a 23, that if anyone has the spell Lesser Restoration, it can happen before then.
I let him know that, he's gonna be okay.
Do you stop
ask-
crying?
No, he never stops crying.
Yeah, no, not really. We're gonna let the waterworks flow.
say-
It's time.
Cry.
I do one of those whistling moves, and I motion over to Aldar. Motion Aldar to come over here, and I walk towards him too, and I say, "Hey, man, Nomad,
What's
it's
up,
some
mate?
business. Nomad, it's some forest business. I'm gonna need you to do. I'm gonna need you guys to do the Nodar thing, so that if we get into combat, he's with you, and you guys can do whatever you guys do.
Easy enough.
He's gonna have
Yeah.
this business for about an hour, so let us know if you need any help. We can take turns, but yeah, I think that's the best course of action because we can't have him wandering blind.
You said it's about an hour he's gonna be blind. How do you know that, mate?
Talk to one of the ladies. They keep track of that business. You know what I'm saying?
I like you playing a character that you didn't hear me say
Mate.
any of the things.
Yeah. Amaya told me. I don't know. I really don't know anything about medicine. I just know where the heads and the hands are and the feet
Mhm.
are.
Yeah, same.
Birds and the bees,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
Same, mate.
exactly. She said something about a mushroom and not the fun kind. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she said about an hour, and I figured this way we can still traverse some terrain.
You think?
And if we get
You think
yeah.
she could look at this rash that I have?
Well,
on my
yeah,
eye?
yeah.
Maya
well,
opens up a clinic here.
Yeah. Yes.
I didn't want to say anything. I didn't
got
want
it.
to slow anybody
Listen.
down. But now you're talking
Yeah.
about her,
Yeah. Yep. No.
the medicine checks and whatnot.
Yep. Valid point.
Is that a valid point?
Well, the man has a concern about it, right? I don't know. I go. Hold on a second, and I go back and can you go just get the Nodar thing on, and then I go talk to him. I say, hey man, can you? I hate to do this. Can you look at my boy's rash? It's a little weird. We'll just keep it between us. Whatever he's concerned. I don't. It could be serious. I don't know. Just keep us out of it. Give him a solve. Give him whatever. And
You two look back at me and just kind of awkwardly wave at you. 'Cause you're
yeah, just kicking
talking
some
amongst
rocks.
yourself.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I don't know how the rest of the scenes play out, but I will tell you the Red River has already delivered the message and was no longer interested in this conversation. I'm scouting ahead, is what I'm saying. I don't know if they're gonna get into it.
As you do, you start walking forward because that's the direction that you walk as Drew buys time to get back to the right thing. A creature appears from behind the bushes, and it looks like a real stinky boy.
You gonna show us a picture for reference?
Yes, I have dropped a picture in Discord, but I could also put one in the whiteboard.
We'll find
Oh
it.
boy. Yeah. You don't look nice.
And if this is the Red
Mhm.
River, we probably put you closer canonically, right? Because you were like on your way over there.
Yeah.
And 3 creatures come out of the woodwork, and it's time to roll initiative.
A needle
I'll be right
blight.
behind Red River. I have my
Oh,
sword out.
I wish there was a way.
Leave
I
it
should have
to
renamed it so because I guess your character wouldn't know its name right away.
Yeah. Question, just in general, like
But-
for these things, like
Yeah.
have we seen like so can I say, we live in a very diverse world. Is a blight something that it's hearsay, semi-common?
This is
What are the
not, this
chances-
is something you would hear in like children's stories. This is not something you'd expect to see in real life.
It's in Dead
Got
by
it.
Daylight.
Really?
His name is Blight.
Oh, well, this is 2 of these creatures, they look like amorphous like plant life that's darkened and sickened. One looks like it's got spikes all over it. There are actually 2 of those. And
Needles.
another one looks like it's more shaped with vines. And they're taking you on a quick trip to fuck up town.
Mm-hmm. Get up big guns.
Did it put what you guys rolled? Oh, that's so
I
cool.
rolled
Yeah.
a nat 20 for
Yeah,
twice.
Angus got a nat 20 for 26.
I got a nat 1.
Hell yeah.
I got 10.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
Can you roll on this thing? Oh, we can. That's cool. I got 10.
Excellent. And I think I have a message telling me it's over. Is that right? Oh no, you're just sending me that. Oh, that is actually where we're gonna end it, guys. Excellent work. You got a couple needle blights and a twig blight up in your grill. Nasty boys. Thank you for putting the initiative. So next time when someone does a yell at me,
Mm-hmm. Who didn't roll? Who am I missing? Hey, no.
I rolled last.
Aldar.
I don't see his on
Yep.
my screen.
Oh,
Oh, I got 10.
because he didn't roll it.
Oh, I did.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
see it either.
I said roll for self, but maybe I
Or-
have to say everyone. I don't know.
This guy's out of control.
Roll
Can I
for
mess with your
everyone. That's
initiative
it.
setting? Oh, can you add some text for me?
Sure.
Under Red River, can you put TB, Tango Bravo?
Yeah.
And under Aldar, oh, I've got Aldar at under that, under Red River.
What's kind of sucks about this is like I can't edit the. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, if you double click it there.
Sorry.
And then under Aldar, put NB. Yeah.
Non-binary.
Non-binary.
Huh?
And then under Nomad, put VB, Victor Bravo.
Very bad.
And then Amaya, put AT. Perfect. And we'll remember that for next time. Good
The
job,
heck does
guys.
that mean?
I was so nervous putting together that puzzle that you guys would never get it and we would never play the game again. So good job. I do need one thing. We are in the Dark Forest for the 3rd straight session. What's the name?
The
Swamp ass.
I love that. See, this is the kind of stuff we're not going to know if we don't throw the spaghetti. Swamp ass.
We could go Nomad Goes Blind. We could go something about.
Yeah, there you go. Ass blindness.
What about like a classical? Because we're reenacting paintings most of the time. So
Mhm.
like Da Vinci, Sistine Chapel, sort of.
Fondle
Weird.
Theater. Yeah.
I don't hate it.
House of Mirrors.
Mirrors by Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Puzzle. More like easiest puzzle ever. Boom, got him. So far I've got the Dark Forest 3, Electric Boogaloo, Swamp Ass, Nomad Goes Blind, Community Theater, Pondle Mirrors 2 Reckoning.
I don't know, guys.
So,
Fondles might be
Pretty
good.
strong so far.
I
Isn't
like
there a
Swamp
horror movie
Ass.
called Cabin in the Woods? Something like that.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
That one is good. It's a good movie.
Cabin, but in the woods.
Little Red Riding Hood action right there. I like that.
Mhm. Red Riding Through the Hood.
Mm.
You guys got
Delicious.
this. Swiffer, bring the heat.
What about a series of unfortunate rolls?
Yeah, that's true. What about something about poison?
We got that
Oh
poke.
yeah, true.
It could be rolls LES.
Hell yeah.
I guess I don't know if that's a good pun. Poison
What about
people eater?
something with Goldilocks since we had to get it just right?
Goldilocks and the
Mine
3 paintings.
and the 3 paintings.
Yeah.
Who sorted it out? I don't remember.
It should be Angus in the 3 paintings because he's blonde.
There you go. That's pretty
It's
strong,
really
guys.
like Red River, I think. I don't know.
We all work together.
Yeah, it was the room. Came out of the room.
For whom the bell tolls.
That's good. Nomad. Nomad is for who the bell tolls. But great job, guys. I'm very proud of you, and we will try and
Did
do
it-
this again. What's up?
Could we possibly get like all the stuff that you said from the paintings?
Yeah, I'll drop
in
it
our
in the
chat?
chat this week. Yeah,
Yeah.
just because I know it was a lot, and it's late, and it was a one-time read through. Yeah, I'll drop those in the chat. Yeah. But excellent work, team. I'm very proud of you. Let's do this again next week. We won't be in the Dark Forest forever, but we will be for the next episode.
I'm enjoying my time
Okay.
here. It's fine.
Yeah. Look, sometimes you gotta get out of the sea. Sometimes you gotta play some Dungeons and Dragons. You gotta get in there.
You gotta get you got a dungeon and you got a dragon.
Yeah, gotta get your hands wet. In this case, humid. But keep it 420, guys.
Damn.
Keep it damp.
Blaze
Keep
up.
it damp, everybody.
GG.